Greetings, my name is Kerry and welcome back to my channel. Today it is time for my June TBR and yeah, let's just get on with it really. So first of all I need to update you on how I got on for May. So you may remember I did have one book I carried over, which was the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin, which I had read maybe a quarter of, maybe not even quite that much at the beginning of May. That was last one from my April TBR, which was for the conservatory card my friend Penny picked for me to read that one, so I finished that one off. The other books I had for the lead piping, I read Moxie by Jennifer Mathieu. I've taken that one back to the library. For the spanner, which was a science fiction book, I read That Hideous Strength by C.S. Lewis, which turned out to be slightly more fantasy than science fiction, and the other two in the series. That one I ended up reading as an ebook because my copy's in storage. I was borrowing my dad's book, but that was an abridged version, so I ended up buying the ebook of the full version. For Lounge, which was the next book I had to read in a series, I read A Beautifully Foolish Endeavour by Hank Green. So that was the one I actually finished most recently, and then I had a number of books I could have picked for Miss Scarlet, which is a book with red on the cover, but because it happens to be the one that I have in physical copy here, I've gone for Paddington at Large, which actually I finished this one more recently than I finished the other one, but I only at the end decided this would be my red book. Those are my 5 books that I had to read in May, which means I finished all of them. So once again, I'm not drawing out my murder card. That is going to stay a mystery, and we'll see how I get on this month. So I haven't decided how many to draw yet this month. You'll see in my May wrap up at some point soon that I actually read quite a lot of books in May, but I had some time off, so I had more time to read. In June I'm doing a summer work placement and I don't get my timetable for that yet. I'm filming this on the 1st of June and I start that placement on Sunday. I don't know yet how busy I'm going to be in June. So I think we're going to start by drawing 4 cards, and then depending on what that is, if I've picked a lot of mood read cards, then I might draw an extra one, but we're going to see. Okay, let's go with the first card, which is Spanner. So that's the science fiction again. So I already know what I want to read for this, because I've just got it out from the library. We're going to read Do You Dream of Terra 2 by Temi. I first heard about this book from my friend Justine. So she is a booktuber and I think she still has a blog. I should read that, but she also used to do a podcast with her sister and she talked about this book on one episode of that. I actually nominated this for our June book for Space Irons as well, and it was a runner-up, but I still really wanted to read it, so that is going to be my sci-fi pick. That's exciting. Okay, so one down. The next one is going to be Professor Plum. So that will be a mood read with a book with a purple cover. I can see one right in front of me that will work for that. Okay, if this is the first time you're seeing my TBR, the character cards, I just have to read a book with that colour. I don't have to pick it in advance. I can use it for a book that I'm already partway through. So next one is going to be The Kitchen. Ooh, Kitchen is a book that's less than 250 pages. We are going to go for The Pear Field by Ekvtimishvili. I've probably said that horribly. I've been meaning to pick this book up for ages. This will also count for Read Around the World, because I haven't read something for that for a while, so I really need to get on with that. This one has just over 160 pages, so that will count for less than 250 pages. So I mean, so far I think this TBR is being pretty nice to me. We're going to draw one more, we'll see what that one is, and then I think I am going to draw a 5th one, because I'm easily reading more than 5 books a month. I just haven't necessarily always been prioritising TBR books. So next we have Library, which is a library book. What else do I want to read next from the library? I'm going to go for another one that I've had out for a while. We're going to go for Supernova by Marissa Meyer. This is the final book in the Renegades series. I have been meaning to get to this for ages. I've had it out for ages as well. The libraries have only just reopened, and that will be quite a quick read. So let's do one more. It's scary. Okay, so then we've got another mood read, which is a blue one, a book with blue on the cover. So that's really helpful, especially because one of the other books I think I'm going to try and get to has blue on the cover. We'll get to that in a second. We've got 3 books that I've picked, 2 mood reads that I'm going to choose as I go. So the other books to talk about that I'm going to try and read this month Our Space Sirens book for May, which I haven't quite finished yet, is The Unbroken by C.L. Clarke, so I'm about a third of the way into this. Gonna be trying to finish this week. Hopefully. Shouldn't be too hard now. I had to put it on hold while I was finishing all the ones from my TBR last month. It's not going to take me too much longer. Our Space Sirens book for June is The Stolen Kingdom by Bethany Atazadeh, so I have read this before and I'm planning to reread it. It's only just over 300 pages, so that's not going to be too difficult to get through. I think that also would count as being a bit purple on that cover if I wanted to use this one for that. The fourth book has just come out, so I do want to reread, especially now we've picked this for our book club. I want to read all the first three again so that I can read the fourth one, and then I will probably do a series review for the whole series, so I might not vlog reading this one, and I might eventually actually get round to reading The Bone Child Daughter, which was our April book, and I will do a book diary for that instead this month. I think is going to be my plan, but we will see how I get on. I'm also going to be buddy reading with some of the Space Sirens Illusionary by Zoraida, Cordova. So last year we read Incendiary, which is the first book in the series, the Hollow Crown series. That was one of our book club picks and we buddy read it, and so a group of us are planning to buddy read this one together as well. This one is the one with blue on the cover that I could use for my mood read if I get to it, so that's quite exciting. And I think that's it. I'm not doing any other readathons or buddy reads this month. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm going to be filming today an announcement video for a readathon I'm going to be hosting in July, but that has just reminded me. I do have one more book I need to get to this month. This is A Deadly Coincidence by Finney. I was sent this book because I'm taking part in a blog tour for it through Love Book Tours. I wasn't expecting to get a hard copy, so that was very exciting. This is a murder mystery, and I think it's the first in a new series by this author, so I'm very excited to get to this, but the blog tour is the first week of July, I believe, so I need to read this soon so that I can review it in time. So look out for the review of this coming at some point at the beginning of July. That is definitely it. That's all the books I'm going to try and get to this month. This feels like a very short video, which is nice for me to edit later and nice for you to watch. So this is my stack of books for June. I forgot what month we were on then for a minute. I think that's a very doable stack. I have a few things that I'm currently reading that I'm going to try and finish off as well, but I have worked really hard in May to get that shelf down. I also will be trying to get to a couple of things from some of the other lists that I have, so the series I want to finish list and the oldest books on my TBR list, and also I'm behind where I want to be with my reviews, so I will be trying to get to a few more review books as well, but I don't think that's too difficult a challenge, so I think I'm fairly safe now in saying I'm going to be drawing 5 cards a month for my TBR, as I've done today, and then if I do manage to achieve this, I would have been safe enough today, even if I do reinstate the rule of if I draw 3 of the same type of card, then I have to draw an extra one. I think that potentially that rule will be officially reintroduced in July. We will see. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. So let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. Let me know some of what you're planning to read in June. I know there's quite a few readathons going on in June as well, so it'll be exciting to hear about any of those that you're taking part in. If there's any like short ones, you know, let me know about them, particularly towards the end of the month, and I might be able to squeeze some of them in. Or if you just want to let me know that you've been here but can't think of anything in particular to say, leave me some sort of sunshiny emoji, because the weather's been really gorgeous here the last couple of days, and of course it won't last very long because this is Britain in the summer. We get about a week of summer and that's it. But anyway, so if you just want to let me know you've been here, just drop me a sunshine emoji in the comments. You can also like this video if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't already, and you can also follow me on my social media. All that information will be listed for you in the description box below. But that's it for today, so thank you so much for watching and I will talk to you again soon. Bye!